Okay, so here is the Oud guitar that I have put together. I'll show you. I've got it plugged into a small amp here, which I'll start out with it unamplified and then do a little bit, turn the volume up so you can hear what it sounds like, at least through that small amp. It picks up very nicely with the pickup that I've installed, equalizer, which actually has an internal microphone on a little neck inside the body, as well as the piezo pickups. And you can choose. There's a slider at the top to choose between the two how much you want the mix. And I prefer it on the microphone, but I'll get to that later. So here it is with standard Oud tuning. It's got 4 pairs of strings. You can see I've added 4 tuners. So now I have 10 tuners. That's all there's room for, so I can't put an 11th on. Normally an Oud would have a paired 5th chorus and a single 6th chorus, the low chorus, the low string. But I've got 4 pairs because I only have room for 10. But that's fine because the bottom 2 are mostly to add a bass note here and there anyway. You do most of your playing on the upper strings. So here's what it sounds like. Playing with the Risha, which is the traditional horn or plastic. This one actually is horn. The horn pick that has a lot of flexibility, which lets it hit the notes with just the right kind of flex. You can, because this guitar Oud has a little more room between the strings, you can actually pretty effectively finger pick if you'd like to. But the Risha is the traditional way to play. How with the paired strings and 10 strings going, you get a lot of interesting overtones and resonances and sympathetic vibrations that are one of the neat sounds about any Oud. And I think this guitar Oud actually has a deeper, richer sound because the body volume of a classical guitar, which is what this is based on, is larger even than a traditional Oud. So you get and a little bit longer scale lengths of the strings, so you get extra resonance from all of that. And it has the fretless neck that comes with this Tario. This is a Tario brand fretless guitar, one of the few lower price ones you can get. It's all laminate construction, but sounds really good. A nice laminate spruce top, not a cheap one. And I do a little bit of antiquing on it to give it a little bit more of an old look. And I add the sound hole cover that's traditional. The pick guard, which in a traditional way that would typically go on an Oud. The extra holes, which are often on an Oud, sometimes those also have a wooden rosette over it. And then I add a couple more holes on the deluxe model just for fun. And a side hole, which really gives extra sound coming up to you playing. So I think it's a more satisfying sound playing. Now let me turn the volume up so you hear what it sounds like plugged in. And this is on the mic, the internal mic. I'll show you what it sounds like with the piezo. It's a little of a tinnier sound. And you can choose a blend between the two as well. So you have a lot of flexibility with the 3-range equalizer and a presence as well. It's really 4-range equalizer. Works out really nicely. And I offer it either with the electronics installed or not, however you prefer. If you use a flat type classical capo, you can also capo it up. So if you don't want to start, this is C to C tuning, which is traditional. Sometimes in Turkey especially, they tune D to D with an oud, where you just put a capo on, and now you've got D to D. Turn off the amp again. I add the little dots on both the front and the side facing you to help know about where to put the notes, so you don't have to go completely blind on the fretless neck, which I find helpful. I guess a really experienced player wouldn't need that, but I like it. So that is the Oud guitar that I have in the deluxe model. It's got all the trimmings. I do all the hand painting around the holes here. This is genuine abalone, genuine walnut overlay, abalone overlay. You know, fancy little, just to give it that Middle Eastern look, and a little bit even on the head there, done by hand.